And you could just see how much satisfaction it meant to all of us to have made it up there. And, seeing Jacques come in and give the boys a big hug was amazing. And then as we started to descend back down to our accommodation from base camp, I started to have a lot of trouble with balance. My blood saturation had dropped really, really dangerously low, so I had to get on oxygen straight away. And then all the drama started to happen because our guides knew that I was in a dangerous situation with such low oxygen. But the body does things without you knowing, and felt fine going up. But I started to walk and I couldn't even stand up. I just kept falling over until I passed. You can be on top of the world at one moment and then another moment you're at rock bottom. So it all happened pretty quick, and I'm sure everyone was really worried about me. And once I passed out, I had to be carried by a couple of the guides through the night to get to oxygen. So I didn't feel like there was any need to be in any panic because I actually physically felt quite okay at the accommodation. But when the guides started to pack up my stuff in my room very fanatically, very quickly, I said to them, "Guys, do we have to rush? Can we just settle down a little bit?" And they said, "Rochelle, you need to go down the mountain right now and you don't have time to say goodbye to anyone." It was only probably 20 minutes later when I passed out and couldn't walk. So I didn't realise it was such an emergency, but that's why you have the professionals with you, and they knew exactly what they were doing, and the numbers were telling them that my oxygen was dangerously low. So the Sherpas saved my life. So I think they're absolute heroes and they should be awarded with a medal. But they, I could never repay them for what the Sherpas did for me. I mean, 2 of them had to carry me down the mountain on their backs for swapping from one person to another to climb up and over mountains in the dark, trying to get down to a level or to find a doctor. And these 2 guys, physically and mentally, to have the attitude that they would do absolutely anything to save my life was pretty incredible. And if they didn't have the physical ability that they had, I probably wouldn't be alive today. So they, I owe them my life, and I'll certainly be back to Nepal at some point to catch up with the 2 guys that saved my life. What I've learned is that if I was to go up that mountain again, I'd definitely do it a lot slower and spend more time acclimatizing at certain points, maybe spending 1 or 2 nights extra at certain levels and just take it a lot slower. And also just pay attention to my health a little bit more, because I think to do something like that, you need to be in really good health. And it's hard to listen to your body when you have a goal. Your head knows you want to achieve that goal and your body's saying you can't, but you want it so bad that you really push your body to the limits. And that is actually a trait that a successful sports person needs to have, where they can ignore the signs of the body and just completely block them out and keep going for their goal. We see that in sport every day, where people are able to push themselves beyond their limits because they switch off the feelings to their body and they just follow what they want to achieve. And when Jacques reached the top of base camp, knowing that he's the man that pulls everything together and responsible for all of the results of the team, and seeing how much satisfaction it gave to all of the boys in the team when Jacques made it to the top, and Jacques' smile is something I'll never ever forget.
Let's go! Let's go!